The Zen parable of Ryo and Master Jikan delivers a profound spiritual lesson. Enlightenment is not some distant mystical state reserved for the few. It is available here and now, within the simplicity of everyday life. At the heart of the story is a young monk, Ryo, who represents the archetype of the spiritual seeker. He is earnest and disciplined, believing that through intense effort, chanting, fasting, studying sacred texts, and visiting teachers, he will eventually reach the state of enlightenment. Yet, despite all his striving, he remains dissatisfied and spiritually empty. This reflects a common condition in many seekers: the belief that truth must be hidden, complex, or located somewhere outside of oneself. Ryo's search leads him to Master Jikan, a Zen teacher who lives in a quiet temple. Ryo expects to be given some profound teaching or secret practice that will finally unlock the enlightenment he seeks. But Master Jikan instead gives him a plain instruction: wash the bowl. At first, this may seem disappointing or even nonsensical. Why would a revered master offer such a trivial task to someone yearning for spiritual transformation? But in Zen, such simplicity is not a dismissal. It is the teaching itself. The instruction is not symbolic or metaphorical. It is literal, and in that literalness lies its power. Jikan is not pointing Ryo towards some future goal. He is directing him to what is right in front of him, the present moment. This moment, however ordinary, holds within it the very essence of awakening. As Ryo begins to do tasks like washing the bowl, sweeping the floor, or sitting in silence, not as chores but with full presence and attention, something begins to shift within him. He starts to notice the subtle richness of the moment, the sound of water, the feel of the brush, the rhythm of his breath. These small experiences, once overlooked, now become doorways into a deeper awareness. He realizes that the truth he had been chasing was never outside him. It was always present, waiting beneath his restlessness and desire for something more. This realization captures a core teaching of Zen. Enlightenment is not about gaining something new, but about seeing what already is. The mind, with its constant seeking, comparison, and judgment, clouds our perception of reality. It convinces us that we are incomplete, that something is missing. But when we drop this narrative and rest in the present moment, when we simply wash the bowl with awareness, we begin to see that everything is already whole. There is nowhere else to go, nothing else to become. This is the radical simplicity of Zen. It points us directly to experience, free from abstraction or doctrine. In contrast to traditions that emphasize elaborate rituals, hierarchical systems, or the accumulation of spiritual knowledge, Zen cuts through with a clear and direct approach. It says, "This moment, just as it is, contains the fullness of life. The ordinary is not the enemy of the sacred, it is the sacred. The task is not to escape reality but to fully enter it. As the Zen masters say, this very mind is the Buddha, meaning that our natural, clear awareness, when not clouded by grasping or aversion, is itself the awakened state we seek. We do not need to change who we are, only to stop running from it." The deeper message of this parable is that enlightenment is not at the end of a long path. It is in the steps themselves. Ryo does not become enlightened by climbing to some distant mountaintop or unlocking secret teachings. He awakens by doing one thing: washing a bowl with his whole being. In that simple act, performed with full presence, he finds the truth he had long pursued. The clarity he was looking for was not hidden in some faraway realm, but right here in front of him, all along. His transformation came not through effort, but through surrender, through letting go of seeking and becoming, still enough to see, in our own lives. This story is a reminder that we too are often caught in the search for something outside ourselves, believing that happiness, peace, or spiritual realization lie somewhere beyond our current experience. But the wisdom of Zen invites us to stop and look deeply into the present, to embrace the simplicity of now, to find meaning in washing dishes, walking, breathing, listening. The awakened life is not dramatic or rare. It is quietly waiting, beneath the surface of our ordinary lives. All we must do is be here for it.